Been a while. Feels good. Feels good to be back.
I don't feel back.
It's good to be sort of back.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we're back. Sorta,
Kind of.
kinda.
Hi.
We're recording from two separate locations,
I'm in New Jersey.
and I'm in Rhode
Louis, by the
Island.
way.
We both vacated the state of North Carolina,
Sadly.
and are kind of waiting on things. We hope everyone's staying healthy
Yeah.
during this pandemic, and we know it's been tough for a lot of people, and we definitely hope everyone's doing okay and hanging in there.
Yeah. Hope everybody's healthy. Hope everybody's fishing.
Yeah, hopefully you're still able to fish where you are. Um,
Some of us can, some of us cannot.
I,
I
I
hope you guys are able to.
I definitely feel bad for the people that like have had their fishing removed due to party boaters and
Yeah.
people still trying to host tournaments. I don't
Yeah.
get that, man.
It's one of the best times. I think it's, if not one of, I think it's the best time of the year just about anywhere in the country right now. And countrywide, I think April is the month everyone kind of gets something going. So
Not yet for us here
we're
in
able
Rhode
to fish
Island.
it. I know guys, from Michigan down to who knows, the Carolinas are able to fish right now and catch them well. So hope you guys are in on that.
But
But we're talking.
yeah. So yeah, there's been a lot of developments recently. Obviously, a
Yeah.
lot of
When was the last time we did an episode?
day one of the Bassmaster Classic
Okay, so that was
about a month ago.
like almost exactly a month ago. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a while. We had a lot of crazy stuff going. I was actually the
Congratulations,
right.
Hank Cherry.
Say that again.
So congratulations, Hank Cherry.
Yeah, congrats to Hank Cherry for winning the Bassmaster Classic. About a month late now. But yeah, it's been crazy for us. We right after the Bassmaster Classic, I had a snowboarding national championship that I went to, and then well, the crap hit the fan about the day that I got back, and everything
Yeah.
shut down. So we just have been hunkered down. Haven't really been doing too much, and well, we figured we'd reach out to you guys because, like I said, a lot of things have been changing. FLW, I'm sure everyone has received the email now, has
Yeah.
moved all of their events through like May something. They moved
May 23rd.
May 20. They moved 51 of 61 tournaments.
That were
I'm
scheduled to
assuming,
be between, I guess, March something and May 23rd.
yeah, about March 14th, I think, was when stuff started to shut down. Um,
17th, March 17th.
March 17th, and yeah, I'm assuming they rescheduled the 51 to the 61. I'm assuming those other 10, they're just trying to find the date and they just haven't found it yet. So hopefully they find one soon. And but the most important thing for us is the college events, obviously. And
Yeah.
they rescheduled 5 of those. So we figured we'd go through and talk about how we think that the changes are going to affect the fishing and what that means for it. There's one date on here that I actually think it's going to improve the fishing greatly. And
Let me see if I can figure out which one you're thinking about
I
here.
bet you can't. I was gonna say I don't know if you can figure it out or not, but I do believe there's one on here that the fishing is gonna get really good right around then.
Hold on. Let me look through this. I don't think Gunnersville is going to be good, so I hope you're not talking about that.
Nope.
The Delta?
No. I
I have
think
no
I
idea.
think that Smith Mountain Lake will benefit from an early June tournament.
I think if it was supposed to be tomorrow. If it was supposed to be tomorrow, I think the bed fishing would have been excellent. But I think all around fishing, you're going to see a lot more different patterns play in June, I think.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, let's start from the top. First thing that got canceled right off the bat, it was like, I think it was like right on that first day of stuff being closed. Yeah, the Abu Garcia College Fishing Open on Kentucky Lake, supposed to be March 17th to 18th.
First tournament they shut down.
Yeah, it was the first one they shut down.
That's ironic. It's for personal reason.
It's now September 16th to the 17th.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot about Kentucky Lake. I don't know personally how it's going to be in September. I'm sure it's going to fish a lot different than it would have in March.
Terrible. It's going to be horrendous.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's cooled down enough at that point for it to get good there.
I'm going to say that the winner will have less than 30 pounds, if not less than 28 for 2 days.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to be pretty bad.
I mean, I think last year the March Open took like 40, or maybe more than 40 for 2 days. I think it's going to be less than 30 pounds, possibly. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it took like 23 pounds to win that tournament for 2 days.
Yeah.
It's going to suck.
Yeah, it's going to be bad. It's going to be tough. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely, the March, they always do that tournament right around that same week in March, and it usually goes okay. So I definitely think that tournament's going to be hurt by it. I'm definitely curious to see, one, how colleges accommodate doing the fall tournament schedule, because, I mean, it's not affecting the Southeast as much as it is others.
Yeah, we already had 2 of our tournaments.
Yeah, because we already had 2 of our tournaments. A couple of these places. Well, I guess everyone's pretty much had 2 of their tournaments. Was I'm looking through it, and
yeah.
But then we got the fall tournaments that we already had planned, so it's definitely going to be interesting.
Wait, did we have 2? We had Seminole, and what was the other one?
We had Seminole and.
Oh, I guess Seminole, Gunnersville,
and then Hartwell in the fall. Yeah.
Okay.
So the next one to change, this one I think is going to get hurt the most by the change. Fort Gibson was supposed to be late March 27th. It's now July 10th.
Yeah.
It's going to be hot. The fish are going to be deep.
Yeah, Oklahoma's not the place to be in July.
Yeah, I don't think the fish is going to be good at all. I don't know. That just sounds like a bad time to me. That sounds like a Bassmaster College National Championship to me.
Late March is probably pretty great there.
Yeah.
Or pretty good at least for the lake. And for them to move it to July, I mean, they don't have a choice, but I think it's going to be a tough tournament as well.
So, yeah, that's definitely going to be a tough one. Like I said, I think the fish are going to be deep at that point. Bring your sunscreen because it's going to be hot.
Yeah, for sure.
The next one is the one that we've already kind of talked about a little bit. Smith Mountain Lake was supposed to be tomorrow. It is now moved to June 14th. I don't know if this one, we were talking before we started recording. I don't know if they're going to, I think this one's going to get moved again, honestly. I don't know. Obviously, stuff's changing day by day, but I don't know if enough of the country is going to be open to have this tournament. And 2, I don't know how it is for other colleges, but for us, if our college is closed, we can't go and fish a college event. So the colleges that are going to be fishing in this have to be open at the time to even go to this, unless other people have different policies. But
what's interesting is that they rescheduled everything through the 23rd. So you got to wonder about that last week of May, first week of June, because it seems like they're not trying to reschedule anything for the first week of June. So So what does that say about the tournaments that are already scheduled then, and maybe the last week of May too?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely going to be interesting seeing what happens going forward. I think that yeah, I mean, I definitely think it would have been good in June. And it's unfortunate that it might get moved again.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's going to be a close one. I'll have to wait and see as the weeks go by. And like I said, I think there's a lot of factors that can go into that being canceled once again.
Mm-hmm.
But the next one is the one that pertains to us, and that is we were supposed to fish Lake Gunnersville April 24th. It's next week. It's supposed to be next week. Really bummed that we're missing this one because I thought it was going to be fantastic. And it's now moved to September 4th. It's going to be sweating hot. The only good news is at that point, the frog will definitely be in play, and that makes Andrew happy.
Yeah, it'll be a good frog bite, but it'll definitely be tough too.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting tournament.
I mean, it's probably there's not going to be as many fish caught. It's going to be transitional. September is like my least favorite month to fish, so it's going to be interesting.
Really? I think you've told me that before. September's your least favorite month to fish. Yeah.
September and yeah, it's just I don't know. Things are not happening yet, and summertime bite's gone. It's just not. It's not. I don't know. Not my time, but we'll see. I mean, I like tough fishing, so it could be interesting. But I think that the weights are going to be a lot less impressive as they would have been in April.
Oh yeah, I think we would have seen some fantastic weights in April. Like I said, definitely bummed out that that's not happening. But you know, it is what it is, and I don't know. I semi look forward to fishing 2 tournaments in the fall, because we got this and we got the Hartwell event about a month and a half after that Gunnersville tournament.
Right.
And then obviously we don't know what's happening with bass yet. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but I do like having a couple of fall tournaments. I've actually thought that they should go to a schedule kind of similar to this, where it's staggered through the 2 semesters instead of being very spring heavy.
Yeah.
Especially if FLW is trying to do that more winter national championship like they did this year. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it at all. And
no, it's not bad. I mean, I wish that it was more of a like they did the fall and spring were the same year, and then the national championship was in the summer. That way, it's a lot easier for everybody to get there because summertime nobody's got classes and all that.
Yeah.
But I think there's always going to be some kind of obstacle, what with people working, and you know, who knows. But
here's the thing. Here's the thing that I do wish they did. I wish that they put the Gunnersville tournament in October and push the Hartwell tournament back to the same date it was in November this year, or last year. I should say.
That.
I think that the fishing would be a lot better at Gunnersville. Obviously, that's probably not going to happen, but we can always hope.
No, that would definitely be better, and I like that better personally. But I agree. I don't think we'll end up doing that. I think they're going to try. I think anything they put in the fall, they're going to try and be pretty concrete on.
Yeah. And then the last tournament for College Series to change, for FLW at least, is California Delta. It's supposed to be May 2nd. Yep. Bet that would have been a great tournament, and it's now August 21st. Honestly, don't know enough about California fishing to tell you how that's going to affect it. I know it's going to be a lot hotter in August, but that is a tidal fishery. So I don't know. I don't know how it's going to affect it with the heat.
Yeah, I think in May they probably get a lot of, spawn, post-spawn fish. probably pretty damn good. And then August is, again, it's probably going to be another one of these tournaments that goes from being a pretty good tournament to a pretty tough one. I think just about anything that you reschedule from this time of the year is going to make it at least a little bit worse, just because this time of the year is that good almost along the entirety of the country.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's the big news at FLW is that stuff has been moved. Obviously, they're playing it week by week, and there's a chance for more stuff to be moved after May 23rd, which is right now their cutoff. I mean, hopefully we're able to start tournaments back up there that May 28th to the 31st. There's supposed to be the Pro Series on Hartwell, and I don't know. I'm definitely hoping that we're able to go by then. But like I said, we're playing it week by week. But good on FLW to stay on top of rescheduling stuff that fast. Like I give them props for doing that, and it certainly helps out the anglers try and plan how they're gonna navigate the fall now that it's looking a lot different than it had been looking.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what Bass is doing, but I think they're sooner or later they're going to have to come up, especially because of this email that FLW come out. I think Bass is probably going to hear about this and be a little more incentivized to move to actually reschedule and release that, because there's a lot of people that want to know.
Yeah. Yeah, what's interesting about Bass, I think they're in a bad spot for college wise. Because FLW, like I said, they're planning on doing that either moving it back to the summer or doing a winter/spring national championship. So they have that extra semester to play with, where Bass doesn't. Bass has through the middle of July to figure this out, because we're usually fishing a national championship there at the beginning of August.
They're probably going to move the national championship to the fall and have two summer tournaments to finish it out, I would assume.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's going to make things tough. I mean, when you think about it, you're taking a week off for the national championship, and then if you make it to the bracket, you're taking another week off. It's certainly going to be interesting how colleges navigate that.
Yeah, and we're going to have to reschedule our state championship. I'm sure a lot of other states are in the same boat with that.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot more moving components to Bass, and they have a much shorter time frame, which is kind of why I'm surprised that they haven't released a plan yet. Maybe it's just because they're still waiting to see how this plays out. But I thought they might have already been like, all right, let's look at these dates, put in some tentative dates through here and here. We still have two college tournaments left, plus the state championships. And unless stuff improves drastically here in the next couple of weeks, I honestly don't know how they're going to fit it all in. They definitely got a challenge in front of them. Like I said, unless they look at moving the national championship to the fall, which could very well be what they do, because like I said, it's gonna be tight on time. It really is.
Right.
So.
I'm getting away from this a little bit. Are you interested at all, or have you thought about doing Ike's online tournament? And there's also a bunch of colleges doing some college online tournaments. We should probably talk about that.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of colleges do it. I know for any of the high schoolers that are listening, I know Top Tier Fishing, which is that high school kind of fishing ranking website. They're doing a tournament. And Ike's doing a tournament.
There was that one that the collegiate angler or something did. I think Cole Sands won that, actually.
Honestly, would love to try it. The only one that interests me right now is the Ike and Ellie one, because it's split into a north-south region, which I like.
I agree.
I looked at signing up for the top tier one because they had $1,000 or something on the line. And it just doesn't make sense if you're a northern angler right now. I mean, our fishing's
Yeah.
just nowhere near as good as it is down south. Um,
Right.
as the weeks click by and it gets warmer up here, I think it'll become more viable for me to enter in one of those online tournaments. But I don't know, it's
I agree.
certainly different. It's kind of like for those of you that don't know, they use several of the online fishing apps, and they essentially MLF style, but with length of fish. And some have a 5 fish limit, if I remember.
It's
right.
like a kayak.
Yeah. Thinking about just like the kayak series is set up. But yeah, it's stuff like that. It's gonna be cool.
I think I'm going to join Ike's tournament for next week because I'm going to be going up to my buddy's lake house, and I don't know. Maybe there'll be a shot at winning something. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely something cool that keeps everyone interested in fishing and gives them something to do during the quarantine.
Yeah, if you got a little honey hole by your house where you know you can go and catch you a few big ones, it could be it could be bank fishing, kayak, boat, whatever. I'd suggest you go check out Ike's Instagram post.
Yep, and yeah, I mean, it's just people are adapting. You know, we can't have weigh-ins, so we do it virtually now.
Yeah, exactly. The whole
So,
world's probably going to go there anyway.
but I mean, that's what's been happening. With bass fishing, I mean, not much else to say other than hopefully stuff gets better soon and we can get back underway with the season. I do have to feel bad for the seniors for the college fishing this year that are just completely out of luck. I mean,
Yeah. It's a bummer. You know, any college sport, but fishing too.
on a more funny on a
A
more
lot of people, it's kind of their last chance to do it, you know, really seriously and competitively. A lot of people going out into the world of jobs and all that. And like I said, I mean, you can say that for any college sport, but definitely steps for fishing as well.
on a funnier note, I'm reading through the FLW email and there was supposed to be a BFL on Wiley that was moved to June 14th.
I saw that. I was going to ask you about that.
And yeah, it says High Rocker, not High Rock, which is pretty funny.
That's okay. I actually might go down and fish for that. There's a chance.
So that's what's happening in Bass. You got any more comments there, buddy?
Yeah. I mean, I hope you guys are all healthy and safe, and I hope you can get out and go fishing because it's either pretty good or it's going to get good, or it's the time of the year to go. So if you can get out there, you find a lake where you can put the boat in the water and go and catch a few, now's the time. That's the only thing you can do. So
Yeah. Well, hopefully you can still do it.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, hope everyone stays safe, and obviously we'd like to thank everyone that's kind of getting us through this. You know, all the essential workers and the healthcare workers that are
For sure.
still on the job doing what they have to, and
That's right.
we hope everyone's taking the quarantine seriously and aren't throwing any parties or nothing, and causing this thing to drag out longer than it needs to be. And yeah, I mean, like I said, I hope everyone stays healthy, and hopefully we can all get back out on the lake together soon and catch some big bags, come in, weigh them in on a stage, and look good in front of the camera.
That's right. I'm missing it.
Certainly. So, anyways, we're probably gonna try and do a couple more podcasts here. Obviously, it's gonna be dependent on information coming in because there's not much going on. So, if
Yeah,
there's
hopefully we get a little more news that comes in through Bass or maybe some more stuff through FLW. But sadly, there isn't too much to chat about.
yeah, as we receive information, we'll record more podcasts. But
Yep,
for now, you're just gonna have to re-listen to this one a couple times and wait for the next one.
that's right.
All right, guys, tight lines, and hope to see everyone soon.
Take care, guys. See ya.